Today, we're checking out the rest of the Great Potato War. Last week, I watched part 1 of the Great Potato War. Now, I got a playlist here that's showing some videos also from Squid Kid, the one who was dethroned from the top potato earner position. All right, so we're gonna check out his videos as well as the Technoblade videos to finish off the Great Potato War. Hope you enjoyed this reaction. Like, comment, subscribe. You can go watch the video where I just checked out the first part of the Great Potato War. That'll be linked down in the description, down in the comments, and probably up here as well. Let's check this out. All right, so we're starting off with the Squid Kids whitelisted mystery. This is his POV.
I've had my fair share of odd things happen to me while playing Minecraft, and nothing comes even remotely close to the whitelisted mystery, which you're going to be learning about today. Yeah, I really don't know what this dude's been doing on my island the last few days, but he's kind of just vibing, so I'm gonna leave him here. I looked back in the logs to see when the first time was that I acknowledged this dude, and it was October 25th. At this point, I don't know what they are, who they are, or what they want, so I'm just very confused. I wanted to find out what they wanted from me, and I tell you what, it was driving me freaking nuts. It's the first time that we went to my island at the same time, so I took the opportunity to try to talk to him. He warned me that there's a helper out to get me, and then this nutcase of a person, whoever this is, decided to go AFK in my cobble gen again. People like this really just need to be locked up, let's be real here. Who's this bozo and what does he want from me? There he is! Yeah, we gotcha, scumbag. This one had me real confused. I couldn't tab its name, so I knew it was nicked, but its name was whitelisted 3, so that means a YouTuber chose the name as the nick, and it had 700 health with its armor off. And then on top of all that, it had a Time Dio skin when I right-clicked it. I quickly verified that there is no account with the name whitelisted 3.
Oh shit.
I checked the friends list of whitelisted and whitelisted 2, and the only people they had friended was Technoblade and Jin.
Okay, so
Scumbag thought he could just leave my island, but I'm a quick thinker.
So then he realized that it was Technoblade. Pretty easily, right?
So, scumbag, we got you. Jupiter police are gonna track your ass down, and guess what? We got you. Thanks a lot for letting us know who you were. And Google is all over your IP address. You're dead moose meat.
What is this? What is this?
And then after they disclose who you are, I'll send my boys to come see you.
Names noted.
Okay.
At this point, I really just thought Time Dio was there to time-lapse my island, so I really didn't put any more thought into it. Boy, was I wrong.
You have 3 guests on your island? Okay. Oh!
That sign was a joke, but it's really him.
Oh, got him.
Hey, Technoblade.
What is going on and why is it happening to me?
That's a good question.
I knew it was him. He's been putting bots on my island for weeks. If only I knew then what I know now.
But potato minions are unique. When they're too close together, they'll start trying to plant in spots the other minions already planted and get stuck in an infinite loop, dragging down the overall farm's potato output by as much as 90%. Anyways, he
Damn.
left the door to his AFK machine open, so I left my ult in there.
How could I be such a fool?
Yeah.
Caught the squid acting like a rat. I was too busy chasing the cheese and I forgot about the traps.
Ooh, damn, that's a good analogy.
Yeah, he's trying to confuse you enough. He's big brain, okay?
Potato farm is superior. That's why he's missing you. It's because it's just potatoes. 1,000 years too late.
What does he mean?
Wait, send screenshots of this.
What?
Dude, that's why
There's
you
no
see it.
way he's number one right now. I'm
That's
number
why you
two!
see it.
That is impossible!
That's crazy.
What?
He's number one potato
This is cool
now,
seeing
what?
his perspective.
What?
Ooh.
That's cool to
Well,
see his perspective.
Technoblade, you might have won the battle, but I will win the war.
He was in a call with his homies.
Form conga lines in lobby 1 to show resistance against the pig. Team
Wow.
Squid is forming, and we want our spot back.
Oh, snap. He's going to try and get it back. He's going to try and get it back.
The other day I was farming
Part
potatoes
2 of the
by hand
potato
when
war.
a man visited my island and asked, why? Didn't you already win the potato war? But no, the potato wars never ended. To understand how things ended up like this, we've got to go back to November. When I dethroned Squid Kid and became the #1 potato farmer in Skyblock,
14
I went
million
to his
potatoes
island
is
and
crazy.
laughed at him for half an hour. Then my co-op members showed up, and we all started laughing at him. It was
Damn.
not a good day for Squid Kid.
He updated it. Damn. Low-key cyberbullying. It's not that serious because it's
And then I left.
literally,
Squid warned me
it's
that he wasn't
Minecraft.
giving
It's
up on
not that
rank
crazy,
#1,
but
I didn't care.
it is
So I
funny.
uploaded the Great Potato War. But in the days after that, I did nothing. I'd spent so long working to become #1. Now that I had done it, I didn't feel anything at all. I had no idea what to do with myself. I mean, the video did all right, but not nearly enough to justify the time I had spent on it. And after I uploaded it,
Well, it's
so
got
many
60
people
mil
started
now.
using potato minions that the price of potatoes dropped 30% in the auction house. My plans to become rich had failed both in-game and in real life, but at least I had my
Dang.
potato rank. But when I visited Squid Kid's island 3 days later, what I found shocked me. He had 23 minion slots. Now, when I made the Great Potato War, some people criticized me for violating Sun Tzu's most basic tenet. Whatever you do, don't reveal all your techniques in a YouTube video. You
Yeah, I
fool.
mean, that is-
You moron. But my belief
Yeah, you do that. Everybody else is going to do the same shit. Everybody's going to take what you did, either implement the same thing or find a way to improve on it and then implement that.
that the potato war was already over hadn't been baseless. Between my 3 extra minion slots, most of Squid's minions not being max level, and the price of catalysts skyrocketing due to needing the same materials as a new quest, Squid Kid would need almost 100 million coins to catch up.
Oof.
And I knew for a fact he was broke. I decided
Damn.
to do some investigative journalism.
Damn.
I'd seen a new sign
Oh,
on
no, you
Squid's
gotta-
Island advertising his
He
new
said it. He said it with some emphasis. He's broke. Like, damn.
guild. So I did what any normal person would do and bought another alt account, and then I infiltrated
Oh
the guild.
my
But what I
God.
found confirmed my worst fears. People were helping Squid Kid.
Dude, that's supposed to be your job, helping me. Ooh. Point of the guild is literally to help me pass the pig. Okay, we shall. Which minions do you have to upgrade now? Wow.
I'd cyberbullied Squid too hard. People had seen the video, felt bad, and gone to his island to hand him the spare items he needed to make more slots, or in some cases just pay him millions of coins, all with the express purpose of defeating Technoblade once and for all. Now, I can't complain about other people
Wow.
getting free stuff, but watching tens of millions get given to my arch nemesis by my own viewers, it was a bro moment. In a week, he had a farm even stronger.
Well, that's
than
what happens, dude, when you're a content creator. The viewers do turn against you in order to make more content. It's not like the worst thing, right? So it allowed him to make a second Great Potato War video. That's the result. So in the end, it's not really that bad.
My worst fears had been realized. Squid was catching up. If I wanted to remain number one, I had to act fast. Once more, I
Gotta
consulted
step
the
up.
wisdom of ancient times. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. I couldn't let
Interesting.
Squid learn of my plan, so I boarded up the potato dome. I hired goons and swore them to secrecy. I knew Squid would be monitoring my actions, so I started an SMP series to throw him off the trail. And like that, I began monitoring my actions, so I started an SMP series.
Wait, what does SMP mean? SMP meaning. I've heard that term before. Survival multiplayer. That's what it means. Yes, I've seen people hop on SMP servers. You know, I just don't. I guess I technically have been on SMPs. It was long ago, like 2015, 2014, 15. I played on some survival multiplayer servers.
Series to throw him off the trail. And like that, I began my plan. I knew there was only one way to defeat Squid once and for all, by building a farm so powerful it reached the theoretical potato limit. And to do that, I would have to do something no solo player had ever done before. Unlock the 24th minion slot. It wasn't going to be easy. Fortunately, I'd already reached 100 million coins by selling potatoes before prices had fallen. I paid my goons to start gathering the resources we needed, whether that was by purchasing directly from NPCs or scouring the auction house 24/7. In the meantime, I headed to the Spider's Den, where I fought Tier 4 Tarantula bosses until I reached Spider Slayer 5, unlocking the Tarantula minion, which gave several new minion crafts. Progress was steady, but we soon encountered an obstacle. Enchanted mutton. It was such a useless item that even if you had the money to pay for it, nobody was selling it on the auction house. I had to go on a manhunt to find someone who was actually using sheep minions so I could trade for it directly. This guy said he has some enchanted button for me. Wait, you're not pulling a Fugle, are you? You wanted some enchanted sugar cane, so that's the approximate equivalent in value. Pleasure doing business with you, Fugle. I partially forgive you for your past crimes. Alright, it took 3 days and over 80 million coins, but we finally got all the materials we need to craft. Just look at this. It's beautiful.
3 days and 80 million coins. Wait, you use
enough to make
all of this stuff is necessary in order to craft a minion slot?
50 unique
Your
crafts.
24th?
And then we'll have 24 minion slots. So we're just gonna speed up the craft in here. We did it, boys!
That is insane.
The 24th minion was up, and my farm was now producing 1,067,000 potatoes per day. I now had the maximum number of minions, but if I wanted to make the greatest possible potato farm, there was still one upgrade
so 24th
to get.
24 is max.
Even dumber.
And Squid Kid doesn't even have 24 at this time. He has 23, right?
All the past upgrades combined. Unfortunately, the website I used to stock Squid Kid's auction bids revealed that he was already working on it. I had no other choice. I once said that the most useless item in the game is a minion expander, but that was before I learned about the flycatcher. The flycatcher is an upgrade which increased minion speed by 10%, 5% more than the minion expanders I was currently using.
It prevents your minions from getting distracted by flies, which increases the speed of the minion by 10%. You know what? I like that there's I like that it's like a dumb thing. It's like a flycatcher, right? It sounds pretty dumb. Useful ability increases the speed of your minion by 10%, right? And there's like a little story to it. It's like, yeah, so the reason why this works and makes the speed of your minion increase is because, minions, they could just get distracted by flies. Flies will just fly by and, oh, what's that? And that removes 10% of their speed. Could you believe that? It's crazy. Well, now, no longer will they be distracted by a fly. Fly flies by. I don't care. I'm still getting my potatoes. I don't care. I like that it has a little story.
Great. Wrong. You would not believe how difficult it is to make a flycatcher. First, you need a fly swatter, which drops from less than 1% of high-level tarantula bosses. And then you need over 10 million coins worth of tarantula silk. To give you guys a quick visual of how many materials we're going to need some of this, a little bit of this too, some of this, some of that, some of these, and a little bit of that. And if we combine all of that together, we can make one flycatcher.
Damn.
I need 24 of these.
Oh, yeah, I was literally just about to say, that's only one, dude. You need 24. Wow.
It was a daunting task, but I knew we had to start immediately. I'd been stalking Squid Kid's Twitter, so I knew he was a college student.
That's crazy. I've been stalking his
But
Twitter.
I knew we had to start immediately. I'd been stalking.
No, actually, they are not treating me with respect. Are you tired of Minecraft's pigs treating you with respect? Now they can give you a side eye? That's so funny.
Squid Kid's Twitter, so
That's
I knew
so funny. He's like, no, actually, they're not treating me with respect because that's funny, right?
he was a college student, and it was late November. Exam season. Squid Kid would be at his weakest. We had to get as many flycatchers as we could before winter break.
Dude, real Minecraft players drop out of college. That's what I did. I dropped out of college when I was playing Minecraft and stuff. I was streaming back in 2015. I went to FSU for one semester, and all I did was stream and starve because I couldn't afford food, and I took out loans to pay my rent for 6 months, one semester. And then I was like, yeah, this is stupid as hell. What am I doing? I dropped out. I moved back home, and I started working a real job.
Once more gathered my goons and ordered them to acquire.
Actually, that might have been 2014. 2014. I think it was 2014. That was 2014. My bad. 2014.
The needed materials. My main problem was money. I still had a few tens of millions of coins left over, but if I wanted 24 flycatchers, that wasn't even close to enough. Fortunately, the Potato Dome was making over 3 million coins per day, not including the cost of buying catalyst, which was not an issue for me. Remember when I flexed on all of you with my chest full of catalysts? Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I was holding back. One of the things I did to raise money was grind candy during spooky festivals, which is how I unlocked this skeleton horse pet, which was a huge flex back in November, and now nobody cares at all. But the important thing about this skeleton horse pet is that there's actually a bug that most people don't know about.
And that
the
is?
Skeleton horse can trample crops on other people's islands. Just kidding. I'd never do something like that. Because I'm a good person. It turns out it's really easy to glitch through doors.
Okay. It's just inefficient. Yeah. It has nothing to do with being a good person. It's like, it's going to take a bunch of time. It's not going to really get that much done.
People visited my island formed an orderly queue to wait their turn to break into the dome. This community is the worst. Getting tarantula silk was taking weeks, but getting the fly swatters was actually quite easy. Sure, it's an incredibly rare boss drop, but the thing is it's only useful for making flycatchers, an item which literally only 2 people on the server were going for, which is how my alt account ended up in a bidding war with Squid Kid. Why did he sent me a party invite? Now he's in the guild chat, pomme de terre. And I've been kicked. The people breaking into the dome.
Oh, no. Oh, the guy that was in his guild. Ah, that was funny.
Now started
his alt that was in the guild.
I don't know how to feel about this. It ended up taking 5 weeks of constant grinding, but on Christmas Eve, we finally had 24 flycatchers. This was largely thanks to this man who used his expert business skills to outsource the work to dozens of Skyblock tryhards, ultimately contributing 3,000 stacks of tarantula webs, for which I paid over 100 million coins. We'd finally done it. We'd created the strongest possible potato farm, producing 1,129,000 potatoes per day. Unfortunately, Squid's army wasn't slacking off either, and 2 weeks later, he too had the strongest theoretical potato farm. Now the only way for him to catch up would be to farm potatoes by hand, and he had already started. I spent 10 hours constructing a gigantic potato farm covering over 21,000 blocks. For the next part of my plan, I went to Pigacle. Yeah, this is mine.
Wait, what happened?
I went to Pigacle. Yeah.
I went to Pigacult?
Yeah, this is mine.
You just rob it and sell it.
I'll just be taking this. Oh, this is good.
Pigacult.
But I've been pretty broke recently. If you're wondering why I borrowed one of the strongest weapons in the game, it's because the Reaper Scythe has an ability that's crucial for farming potatoes. Now that I had it, I could finally... My farm is finally complete.
Crazy.
and it only takes 85 minutes to replant. I made an AFK machine on my island. So
What? It takes 85 minutes to replant? Oh my
planted
god.
potatoes would keep growing even when I wasn't online. For a few days in January, there was a bug affecting a lot of farming minions. Potato minions were only making 33% the potatoes they were supposed to. Like any normal person, I immediately asked myself, how can I use this information to destroy my enemies? Hey, Squid, notice anything about your minions lately? Yeah? I farmed potatoes for so long that I began to question my sanity. I knew it was bad when one time...
Oh, dude, wow. It was a bug, and he got Squid Kid to think that he was the one doing it. Yes, I'm the one causing your problems.
After finishing planting potatoes, I took a nap, and when I woke up, I had no idea how long I'd been asleep, but when I checked my
85
farm, I
minutes
instantly
to
knew, these
replant.
potatoes have been growing for 3.5 hours. Shut up, I don't have a problem. Overall, Squid ended up farming over 1
crazy.
million potatoes by hand. In that same time, I farmed over 5 million. I had to replant this entire field 19 times! Every day
That's
I monitored
crazy.
Squid's live streams on Twitch to
That's
the point where I
insane.
amassed 9,000 channel points. I made sure to farm
What the?
potatoes.
Yo, this is way too much, bro. He essentially stalked this guy in order to bring him down and replace him as the top
Whenever he was
potato
live to
guy.
demoralize
Potato
him.
Is he
farmer.
really planting potatoes too? We're gonna go check. This dude has a mental illness.
As time went on, you could begin to hear the hope draining from his voice.
I just can't believe how much he's farming. We need Minecraft Mondays to come back.
At this point, I was pretty confident in winning the potato war, but the problem is I had no idea how large my lead was. I can see my own potato count and what rank I am, but Squid has disabled the API setting that allows other people to see exactly how many potatoes he's at. Little does he know I have spent the last 4
You watch his stream. He just pulls it up on the stream. Boom.
months meticulously updating a spreadsheet of our potato counts, which I did
What? You didn't just like go to his stream and let him check his own fucking potatoes, dude? Hello?
by crawling through his farm and timing each of his minions with the stopwatch every day to calculate his exact potato output. Based on the math, I should be about 22 million potatoes ahead, which would take over 200 hours of farming by...
No way. There's no way he did that. There's no way he did that. No way. No, that's crazy. That's insane.
To catch up. At that point, I thought the potato war was truly over. But everything changed with the pet update. The first change is that flycatchers got buffed to plus 20%, instantly increasing my potato farm's yield to 1,231,000 potatoes per day. Of course, the main part of the pet update was the pets themselves. I immediately started looking for a pet that would help me win the war. Unfortunately, none of the pets seemed geared towards potato farming. The best option I could find was the rabbit pet, which gave a small boost to your farming experience. A higher farming level gives you a small chance to get extra potatoes when you farm them by hand, so I figured the rabbit pet would probably help me farm potatoes, maybe 1% faster. It could be epic at worst, but we want legendary, please. It turned out rabbit pets...
Well, was that legendary? I have no clue.
Please.
It is legendary. Dang.
It turned out Rabbit Pets had a secret third ability that only legendary variants had, which increased the speed of farming minions by up to 30%.
That is broken. Yo, somebody definitely added that shit in. That update went through for this. There's no way you could convince me otherwise. They recognized that there was something going on, a big thing with the potato war.
Squid had no idea it existed. I had to level up my rabbit as fast as possible, and since pet experience is based on skill experience, I decided to grind alchemy. You see, alchemy is the rich man skill, alright? If you have the money to burn on expensive ingredients, you can level up insanely quickly. And this was almost 2 months after I'd finished spending all my money on flycatchers. I had money to burn. I spent so many hours brewing potions that I ended up ranked 4 globally in alchemy. You want to know what level my rabbit is today? 96. It's not even max. This experience requirement is ridiculous. And in this time, Squid was fishing to level up his epic squid pet. It wasn't until 4 days after the update that he learned about the legendary rabbit and got one of his own.
Wow.
Until 4 days after the update that he learned about the
Squid Kid's rabbit. Wow. Dang. Damn.
legendary rabbit and got one of his own. But it was too late. His pet sucks. It's level like 65 or something. Thanks to the rabbit pet, my minions now produce 1,586,000 potatoes per day. It's
That's
difficult to calculate
insane!
exactly what my potato lead is right now because the rabbit pet only works when you're online, but the pet update has definitely pushed it to at least 25 million. Since the war began, I have farmed 158 million potatoes, which in hot potato books is over 6,000. I ain't losing this spot. One last thing I'd like
That's
to mention.
crazy.
While I was stalking Squid on my alt, the entire lobby was just piling on him.
Huh? Wait, oh. This is, I don't like this. Leached Technoblade? Bruv. He was already trying to do shit. He just didn't, dude, oh my God. Can I just say, like, it is so hard to break out as a creator. So hard. Do you know how many creators essentially leached off of somebody else to then establish themselves as their own creator? Now, I don't know if Squid Kid is still active and still doing shit. I don't know. Maybe the only thing that ever was relevant that he ever did was, in fact, getting beat by Technoblade for the Great Potato War. Maybe he's never done anything else that is, like, substantial. But, like, everybody needs an in. You know how hard it is to get that in? It is so fucking hard. I tried to be a streamer. I tried that shit. I streamed like damn near every single day for like 3 years, 2018 to 2021. 2018, 2019, 2020. Yeah. 2018, 2019, 2020. Yeah, 3 years. I streamed so much. Couldn't even get affiliate. Or, well, I know I got affiliate. Sorry. Couldn't even get partner. My numbers went like this. And then went right down. And by the end of it, when I stopped and I kind of switched over to doing reactions, I had been getting like not even 10 viewers in my streams anymore. It is so incredibly hard when you're competing against all these people. Obviously, making YouTube videos is like a big thing. And if you get in, if you are making quality YouTube videos and then you just fucking, ooh, by luck, you ended up in a Technoblade video, that could be what helps you. And so leached is technically, yes, sure. But also to say it that way is so disingenuous to the fact that like so many people end up in a position of like, you know, actually being seen as a content creator because of, you know, some connection that they made. They became friends with this person, or, you know, they ended up in this video or this tournament or whatever, and then it blew them up. I applied to my requirements. Technoblade helped me a ton. Look at that. At least he says like Technoblade helped me a ton. He's not like, oh yeah, it was all me. Technoblade didn't. No, he gives credit. Because of Techno made you. A ton is an understatement. You were nothing before Techno, and you're nothing now, except for that Techno clout. And you know what? All of these people right here, or 1, 2, I don't even know how many people this is, right? Jealousy. This is all jealousy. They're jealous. They're fucking attacking this guy because they wish it was them. Why couldn't it be me? Why didn't Technoblade put me in the video? That's all this shit is. It's just jealousy. It's a bunch of sad fucking losers that are lashing out at somebody who, yeah, lucked into an opportunity for sure. Gives the credit to the person that gave them the opportunity, but they'll never hear the end of it until he establishes himself on his own. Now, I don't know if he did or did not. You know, like I said, this could have been like the only thing that he ever really did and it was ever known for. But this type of behavior, man, people are just weirdos. In my opinion, I don't know. Maybe you disagree. And that's up to you. I don't give a fuck.
In the chat, they were just hated.
Earn your YouTube rank like everyone else does. I like your... See, look at this. I like your video. Well, it's possible this is friend. You're a joke because you applied for the rank and got it before it was deserved.
In on him. You see, after the first Potato War video, Squid got 40,000 subscribers in the YouTube rank, and ever since then he's been getting hate because, oh my god, he just got YouTube rank because of Technoblade, it's all luck, he sucks. I just like to take a moment to defend Squid Kid and say it's not all luck. I mean, luck was obviously a big factor, nobody's denying that, but the thing is, most opportunities are created by luck. It takes skill to grasp those opportunities and turn it into success. The original Potato War video would have been so much less funny if Squid wasn't #1 and it was just some random boring guy. Now I talk...
Yes. and all of the replies, the back and forth, it all mattered. One of the best moments from the squid, the first Potato War video is when the name's noted, right?
To Squid afterwards, he's an adult. He doesn't care at all, but I care, all right? So if you see Squid in a lobby, say something nice
Yo,
to him.
Technoblade is
Compliment
a
his
good
hair
guy.
or something.
Technoblade is a good guy. I fuck with Technoblade. It is a travesty that we lost him so young. I wish that never happened, you know? But just seeing this, the way that he responds here, what a solid guy. Just truly a solid guy.
Because he's been dealing with cringe hate for too long, man. We gotta help him. That being said, if Squid Kid thinks he can take my potato rank, he'd better go farm for 1,000,000 years. It ain't happening, dude. You think I've been insane in this video? Wrong. There's actually so many techniques and strategies that I can't even put in this video because he hasn't discovered them yet. I'm keeping them in reserve. You have no idea. This man's been playing checkers while I've been farming potatoes. He's through.
He's been playing checkers while I've been farming potatoes, not playing chess. Just farming potatoes. Again, we're going to switch over to the other Squid Kid video, okay? This is a follow-up Squid Kid video. Here we go.
4 months have gone by, and I'm still number 2 in the Potato War. It wasn't supposed to be like this. Technoblade was supposed to get rank 1 for his video and move on to something else, which isn't what happened. Going all the way back to November, immediately after Technoblade and his co-op made fun of me on my own island, I knew it had to be done. I needed coins, hundreds of millions of coins that I didn't have. Naturally, I started asking everyone I knew for loans of crystal and anything that could help me get my minion slots unlocked. I managed to get together 57 catalysts, and it didn't even last my minions 12 hours, which was pretty sad to say the least. It took a month until I was able to consistently power my minions with catalyst, causing me to fall even further behind in the war.
Damn.
After Technoblade released his first video, Team Squid was formed to help me get my potato rank
To help Squid regain his,
back. I thought I was one step ahead of him finding out about flycatchers, but it turned out they're 10 million coins each, which is a lot of money. The overflux capacitor from Tier 4 Wolves was valued at over 100 million coins at the time, so I decided I'd try to be lucky and grind for it. I ended up putting over 40 million coins into trying to get this item, and I didn't even get one. Through grinding Slayer, auction flipping, selling potatoes, getting donations, and selling statues on my island, I managed to get 24 flycatchers to go with my 24 level 11 potato minions. We were both at the potato production limit as far as minions go, so it left me with one choice. I had to farm the potatoes by hand.
Yep.
See, it would have worked too, if he was maybe 1 million potatoes ahead of me. 2 million potatoes ahead of me.
Maybe.
Still doable. 10 million potatoes ahead of me, it's doable, but now it's a bit of a stretch there. And he was even further than that.
Since the war began, I have farmed 158.
And what are you at? What are you at? What are you at? What are you at?
I'm only at...
Whoa. Dang. That's crazy. 29. 29 more.
129 million potatoes. I'm behind by about 30 million here, so that's kind of rough. Farming that amount would take about 50 days straight of non-stop farming, which just isn't reasonably doable. So to win the potato war, we're pretty much gunning that they're gonna buff manually farming potatoes in the future, cause farming 25,000 an hour at max speed is just really slow. To at least stay relevant in the potato war, I'm gonna need to get 15.5 million XP for my rabbit pet just to get it to level 100. Technoblade kinda left out in his video how expensive it is to level up a rabbit pet to level up.
No, I mean he didn't go into detail, but he did mention how expensive it was. I'm pretty sure.
100. So I'll tell you here. I'm already
110 coins each for those things. Wait, you need 3,000 items times 110 coins each?
10 million XP in, and I need 15 million more XP and it's gonna cost me over 340 million coins. No, I'm not giving up yet, but there's no way I'm gonna pass him until we get some sort of update to how farming works. I tried my best, I really tried my best, it just wasn't enough. The #1 potato spot is going to be mine, and I'm gonna get it even if it takes me 1,000 years.
So that didn't happen. All right, Potato War 3. There is no instance of a nation benefiting from prolonged warfare. The end of the war. Following events were done by deranged individuals with complete disregard for their own physical and mental well-being. Please do not attempt this at home. That's so funny.
My name is Technoblade, and I am the fastest Skyblock player alive. To the outside world, I'm an ordinary Minecraft YouTuber, but secretly, I've spent the last year fighting to maintain my spot as the #1 potato farmer in Skyblock.
Crazy.
Opposing me is Squid Kid, the former rank #1, a man whose obsession with potatoes is rivaled only by my own. In my last video, I talked about how the newly added rabbit pet could, at its highest level, increase the amount of potatoes my minions made by 30%, but I knew Squid would watch my video to find out my tactics, so I left out a few of the finer details. You see, the boost from rabbit pets isn't the same as flycatchers or catalysts. You have to be there on the island for the boost to take effect. Once you log off or go to somewhere else in Skyblock,
No, he said that in the video. He said that in the video.
that boost is gone until you come back. But while I was experimenting with the rabbit pet, I uncovered a few interesting facts about how the boost works. For instance, rabbit pets can boost other people's minions if you're visiting their islands as a guest.
Ooh. So if a bunch of people with the rabbit pet...
But minions can only get boosted by one rabbit at a time, so you can't just get 20 accounts with rabbit pets for infinite potatoes.
But that means you could always have somebody there. Always.
Third thing I found was the most interesting, and this is what Squid Kid didn't know. If there's multiple rabbit pets on the same island, which one boosts the minions? You'd think it'd be the strongest one, but it's not. If there's multiple rabbits, the minions will be boosted by the one belonging to whoever's been on the island the longest. So, hypothetically speaking, if someone went to their island with their level 100 rabbit when someone was already there with a level 1 one, they wouldn't get their rabbit's 30% boost, they'd get the level 1 0.3% boost. Unrelated fun fact, did you know that...
Oh, shit. So if he just left somebody with a shitty one on the island, on Technoblade, if Squid Kid had left a shitty rabbit on Technoblade's island, he's cooked.
Squid Kid's Island is still open to visitors? Yeah, that's right. We're doing this again. So I bought a new Minecraft account, slapped a level 1 legendary rabbit pet onto it, and shipped it off to Squid Kid's AFK pool. I knew I had to maintain absolute secrecy. I didn't even tell my goons about this, because I knew once Squid got wind of this, it would be trivially easy for him to prevent it. I waited until the day I released the second Potato War video to start. After that video, tourists flocked to Squid Kid's Island to see it for themselves.
Wow.
My alt blended right in. Every day my alt would sit there in Squid Kid's AFK pool to maintain rabbit priority.
That's
In fact, you usually
crazy.
have the rabbit pet deactivated during the day, since you don't need to have the pet out to keep priority. And since the rabbit was deactivated, if Squid checked his minions during the day, he'd find nothing wrong with them. But every night around 2 a.m., Squid would leave his account AFK and go to bed. And that's when I'd strike, overriding his rabbit pet boost for the rest of the night. And yes, I memorized Squid's sleeping schedule to pull this off. I mean, at this point...
That's crazy. Oh my God. Yes. When he said deranged people at the start of this, a little disclaimer. Yeah, a little bit.
How was that even a question? Of course I did, but unfortunately complications soon arose. Squid and I had both been rushing to get our rabbits to level 100. I had a pretty heavy lead, and I figured it'd take Squid several more weeks to get his there, but unfortunately an unknown third party got there first and sold his level 100 legendary rabbit directly to Squid. Of course he didn't forget to brag about this victory on stream.
Oh my, oh my. You know who doesn't have a level 100 pet? Yikes, he has a level 99 rabbit pet. He's poor. It's only level 99. I'm screaming. Ah!
Little did he know that while he was flexing on stream, my alt was right there on his island, overriding his level 100 bonus. But my problems didn't stop there.
What is chat saying here? Techno would treat Jerry better. Is that the name of the squid? Or not the squid, the rabbit? That's why Jerry has pets. Oh, I don't even know. Wait, what? Huh?
My ult was right there on his island, overriding his level 100 bonus. But my problems didn't stop there. You see, Squid got an alt account to AFK with his rabbit pet on his island while he was doing other things, and since the alt account had no reason to ever leave his island, it became much harder to keep control of pet priority. And sometimes when I had priority, he'd end up kicking everyone from his island because it was too full for his alt account to join, meaning I lost priority for the rest of the day. I was going to counter this by spending $30 to buy his alt MVP++, since that rank can bypass guesting limits, but unfortunately, on March 20th, my alt was kicked and Squid's Island was closed forever. The jig was up. But
Wait, what did it say? Wow.
my alt was kicked and Squid...
Someone filled my entire potion system with rookie axes. I'm done with having my island on public. Sorry. I don't blame. Yeah, dude, people are fucking around with your stuff. That's so annoying.
Squid's Island was closed forever. The jig was up. But by that point, I'd already achieved my objective. The 2 weeks it took him to realize what was going on cost him about 2 million potatoes. Bit of a tangent, but I'm pretty sure I lost a few fans over the rabbit pet because everyone would just be hanging out. They'd just be chilling on my island with their level 30 rabbits activated. And I'd come see that, and I don't care if it's intentional or not. They're sabotaging my potatoes, so I'd kick them out of my island to get priority back. And then they'd come back 10 seconds later like, "Why did you kick me, Technoblade? I just wanted to meet my favorite YouTuber." And I'd be like, whoa, relax, dude, relax. It's not a big deal. I have a really good reason. I can't tell you because it's a secret. And they'd go like, "It's okay, Technoblade. I know the reason. It's because you hate me specifically. I'll just go leave forever now." And I'm like, "Wait,
Dramatic.
come back, no." So Squid closed his island, which meant I couldn't.
Yeah, he didn't lose any fans. Nobody was actually gonna. Nobody. Yeah, I mean, if you like a YouTuber, you're not leaving just because they kicked you off of the fucking Skyblock Island. I would think, but the kids maybe. The kids could, I guess. That's fair.
Sabotage him anymore. But what if I told you that was also part of my master plan? You ever noticed how my island has been open to visitors during the potato war? In the last video I explained, I made an AFK machine on my island so planted potatoes would keep growing even when I wasn't online. I was actually using an advanced technique there called lying. This clip of the AFK pool is from November. I didn't even build the manual farm until January. You might recall from the first potato war video that minions behave differently depending on whether there's people on the island or not. Because if no one's on the island, Hypixel's not going to waste resources keeping that server online, so they're going to close the server. And then when you come back, they're going to go, "Oh, well, it's been 7 hours. It's going to run a calculation and give you 7 hours worth of stuff." But as we've seen before, that calculation isn't perfect. So I ran an experiment, and in the experiment, I found that when someone's on my island, I get 10% more potatoes. And there was only one thing boosting my minions by 10%. The farm crystal. The farm crystal is an external buff, so it's not included in the offline calculation. So if there's at least one person on my island and Squid's island is empty, I'd get 10% more potatoes. Now, it was easy to get people to AFK on my island. What was difficult was getting people off of Squid's island. You see, even months after the first potato war video came out, when the initial hype was starting to die down a bit, there would be at least one.
People are still like, "Oh, this is the Squid Kids island." Oh, because he became part of Technoblade lore. Squid Kid. He became part of Technoblade lore.
One of my own viewers AFK on Squid's island every night, you know, as a joke. Sometimes I would be on Squid's island on an alt account and I'd see someone say in the chat, "I'm gonna go AFK to help Technoblade win the potato war," and I'd beg them. I'd be like, "No, dude, please, he fixed that months ago. That doesn't hurt him anymore." And they'd be like, "I'm helping," and AFK all night. Squid Kid was getting boosted by my own viewers, and there was nothing I could do to stop them, because what was I gonna do? Announce that AFK and helped him? Then even more people would AFK. I realized that the only way to stop this from happening would be to get Squid to close.
So true. So true. He's the one that put the rookie axes?
His own island to visitors, without him realizing that that's what I wanted all along. It took 4 long months, but it finally happened. But anyways, back to this tweet. So Squid says he closed his island because someone filled his potion system with rookie axes. A common trolling method in Skyblock is to fill people's inventories with useless items like boats. But the rookie axe is even worse for players like Squid Kid who use the Skyblock add-ons mod, which has a feature which makes it very difficult to drop tools out of your inventory. The point is to stop people from accidentally dropping weapons worth millions of gold, but it also applies to the rookie axe sold in shops for 12 coins. So basically, someone dumping a ton of rookie axes into your hopper system is the worst thing someone can do to you in Skyblock. Now, I've always been interested in psychology. In fact, I almost majored in it. So after 6 months of stalking Squid Kid, I developed a bit of a psychological profile of this man. I know how he talks. I know how he thinks. And when I saw this tweet, I
That's
instantly knew that
crazy.
this man was lying. Now, don't get me wrong, I completely believe that somebody dropped rookie axes into his hopper system because it was me. But that's not the real reason
Wow,
he
he did it. He fucking did it. Ah.
lying. Now, don't get me wrong, I completely believe that somebody dropped rookie axes into his hopper system because it was me.
That's crazy.
Was me, but that's not the real reason he closed his eye.
Wow.
After all, I'd been dropping rookie axes into his hoppers for weeks, but he sent that tweet 8 minutes after he kicked my ult. So I get to thinking, why would Squid lie about that? And I realize Squid knows I monitor his tweets, but what he doesn't know is that that was my alt account. From his perspective, that could have been some random guy with a rabbit, and if that was the case, I'd have no idea rabbits could be used that way. As such, him lying in that tweet could only mean one thing. He's about to sabotage me! So I held a stake out on my island, and guess what I found a few hours later? A brand new Skyblock account AFKing with a level 1 legendary rabbit. Truthfully, I could have stopped Squid before he even joined my island, but I wanted to catch him in the act because I'm always getting comments
Wow.
saying, "Oh, Technoblade, why are you so mean to Squid?" They don't understand. This is war. There's no holding back. I know that, and Squid knows that. The only difference is that I'm 20 steps ahead. He's playing Skyblock while I'm playing Death Note. He thinks he can outsmart me
I'm
with
playing Death Note. What the fuck? Yo, okay. I will say, people are like, oh, why are you mean to him? He's not really being mean to him. He's making like some content stuff, and it very much helps him. Squid Kid definitely benefits from the shit, obviously.
my own strategies because he is yet to realize that he is but a puppet, and I, the puppeteer, dance, potato boy, dance! So anyways, I got on my secret alt account and then sent his secret alt account a party invitation, and then I DM'd him on Discord, "Yo dude, accept my invite." Well, this is awkward. He actually did accept my invite. We had a lovely conversation, and then I banned him from my island. Get out of here. He tried again with another account a few days.
Oh, wait, what?
My secret alt account and then sent his secret
Sent the secret alt account.
a party invitation, and then I DM'd him on Discord, "Yo dude, accept
Wow.
my invite." Well, this is awkward. He actually did accept
Ah.
my invite. We had a lovely conversation, and then I banned him from my island. Get out of here.
Oh, they were talking about Grey's
He
Anatomy.
actually did accept my invite. We had a
So you watch The Office? Nah. Grey's Anatomy? I've been watching House. Whose house is it? We don't know yet. Wow, that's crazy. Wait, oh, that's a bit. Oh, he's kind of he's rolling with the bit there. I've been watching House. Whose house is it? That's funny.
lovely conversation, and then I banned him from my island. Get out of here. He tried again with another account a few days later. I don't have any proof that this account is him, but look at that username, Stinky Bozo. That's a pretty unusual word. In fact, I've only heard one person say it.
Bozo. You are a bozo. Nice one, bozo. You're a freaking bozo.
Yeah, that's right. Get out of
You're a
here.
freaking
I did
bozo,
eventually close my
bozo
island,
is
but not
crazy.
before I made sure I wouldn't lose potatoes. After that, I moved on
You're
to the next
freaking
phase of
bozo,
my master
bozo.
plan. If I wanted to farm more potatoes, I'd have to start farming pumpkins.
Yo, that just goes to show how much he genuinely did watch Squid Kid's streams to recognize how often he said bozo and whatnot. That's crazy.
Wait a minute, Technoblade. That's the wrong vegetable. Wait. What do you mean it's
Wait,
a...
what?
But wait a minute, Technoblade. I wanted to farm more potatoes. I'd have to start farming pumpkins. But wait a minute, Technoblade. That's the wrong vegetable. Wait. What do you mean it's a fruit? Whatever. At this point, we'd pretty much maxed out the output of our minions.
what?
The only thing left to work on was the speed
What? Okay.
we could farm
That's
potatoes by
funny.
hand. The farming skill gives more crops as you level up, so I decided to grind it to the highest level. I did the math and found that farming potatoes is so incredibly inefficient at leveling up farming that it was actually more worthwhile to build a whole pumpkin farm. I began the construction of a pumpkin farm large enough that by the time I finished farming it in full, the pumpkins at the beginning would have already regrown. grown. I don't even want to tell you how long it took to build this. And so I began farming day after day. At times I'd farm for so long without break that the people watching thought I was boddin'. Word of my pumpkin farming soon reached Squid, who began farming pumpkins himself, but he only saw the surface level of what I was doing. You see, I wasn't just leveling up my farming skill, I was also leveling up multiple legendary rabbits. There's a reason I wanted to stop people from AFKing on Squid's Island, even after he started AFKing himself, and it's because it's almost impossible for one man to AFK every hour of the day, because servers restart, the game can update, your internet can go out, and if you're asleep or doing something else, you'll be missing out on those bonuses until you get back. Even the most dedicated individual might only average 20 hours of AFK coverage per day, and those 4 hours alone without the rabbit pet and farming crystal cost you 100,000 potatoes. And over time, that adds up. To fix this flaw, I got multiple levels.
Dude, yeah, it would only take him like 300 days. Oh man, not 300 days. It's crazy. Did you have such a but he recognized his substantial lead by the time this video came out, right?
100 rabbits, some leveled
or by the
myself,
time
and others purchased
Squid
for
Kid's
tens of
video
millions
came
of
out, he knew.
coins, and then distributed them to goons in diverse time zones. I set my island so only guild members could visit and had my head goon code a Discord bot that automatically pinged them within 5 seconds of the rabbit account leaving my island, at which point one of them could log into the island themselves and boost my minions until I got back. After a few weeks, we both reached farming level 50. On May 4th, there was a pet update which added, among other things, the elephant pet, which at its highest level could increase crop yield by 25%. Ordinarily, a buff to manual farming would be bad for me, since it allows Squid to catch up that much more quickly. But I had a plan. The reason farming potatoes by hand is so inefficient is because when you break potatoes, they don't grow back. So 2/3 of the time you spend on farming is spent replanting the potatoes you just harvested. Squid Kid and his viewers spent many hours trying to find a workaround to this, even building an elaborate redstone machine in an attempt to somewhat automate replanting. But in the end, they failed to find a better method and continued farming normally.
I should be able to plant 5 at the same time. Why is it so slow? It takes forever.
What if I told you I found a way? You see, back in January, I had an idea. What if I had the minions plant for me? At the time, this wasn't practical for 2 reasons. One, I didn't have enough farming bonuses for it to be worth sacrificing the minions' normal output, but this was solved when I got farming level 50. Secondly, potato minions were simply too slow. But since then, they've buffed flycatchers, added the rabbit pet, and added foul flesh, a new fuel source which buffs minion speed by 90%. Even then, the potato minions weren't quite fast enough to keep up. But I thought to myself, if they're only going to be planting, they don't need to waste an upgrade slot on a super compactor. So I spent another 250 million coins to get 48 total flycatchers. Squid and I both started farming potatoes, but his method could get at most 200,000 potatoes per hour, whereas my method, double flycatchers, even after subtracting the amount the minions would have made themselves, could get 410,000 potatoes per hour. For the next 3 weeks, Squid farmed hours every day, but I was farming at the same time.
What are the odds he's farming right now? 5 bits? I bet Techno's doing the same thing, just has a 130% faster way to do it. You're probably wrong.
In this time, I expanded my lead by another
no, they were right. I bet Techno's doing the same thing, just has like a 130% faster way to do it.
30% faster way to do it. You're probably wrong.
You're probably right, actually. Right. They were right.
This time I expanded my lead by another 5 million potatoes, but at this point, Squid and I had been farming potatoes for almost a year, and we were still farming hours every day, with no end in sight. Neither of us wanted this to continue, so we came to an agreement. Whoever got to 500 million potatoes first would win the potato war. Hypixel even pitched in, saying he'd give a surprise to the winner. Now, I was only at 300 million potatoes at this point, but I figured I had this in the bag. I mean, I'd been tracking Squid's potato count. I accounted for his AFK coverage by having the Discord bot track his alt account's logins, and I knew how much he was farming by hand because I was monitoring his farming experience. With a 45 million potato lead and a farming method twice as fast as his own, what could possibly go wrong? June 6th. Things go very wrong. It was just a small update with a few quality of life changes, you know, like an enchantment which replants crops after you farm them, and an item which automatically compacts items in your inventory so you don't have to spend time on that. You know, 2 minor changes which just so happened to buff Squid's farming method from 200,000 potatoes to 1.2 million. And my farming method becomes worthless. Suddenly my 45 million potato lead goes from insurmountable to
I thought it was going to go from 2 to 5.
can farm that in a couple days. Squid starts putting in crazy hours.
If I do 12 hours a day, can he keep up? Absolutely not. People say Technoblade never dies, but I'm putting him in the grave.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting here in shambles. I was out here with my lab coat on, doing the science, coming up with new,
That's crazy.
never before seen potato farming techniques, and this man
Didn't
just
matter.
go, admins, please, replanting is too hard, and they buff his farming method sixfold. Was that it? 8 months of plotting and scheming just to fail in the final stretch?
Nah.
I couldn't accept that. I
You're
was
still
going
up
to
by
win this war.
Pretty strong.
Whatever the cost. I immediately drank
Amount,
3
man.
months of mystical mushroom soup and got to work expanding my old potato farm, a project which would take 25 hours over the next couple days. I knew I was playing the game as intended when I realized that
That's
the only reason I
crazy.
ever put on one of the strongest armor sets in the game was to use its 3% speed bonus to optimize tilling dirt. For the next 2 weeks, I
That's
did
crazy.
nothing except eat, sleep, and farm potatoes. There were only 3 interruptions, each of which cost me millions of potatoes. The first was a dentist appointment, and the second was when I had to play in Minecraft Championships.
What do I message him? Was it worth your time losing MCC? It took me 2 hours to lose MCC, but it'll cost you 9 months to lose potato or relax.
Damn, we got your
Relax,
ass.
hello?
That was a good comeback. That was a good comeback.
Besides that,
Oh
there was
my
only one
God.
other time. I had to go to the store the other day. I had to interrupt my potato farming because my dad was like, hey, can you go to the store and pick up my medicine? And I was like, can I really tell him that I'm not getting his medicine because I need to farm potatoes? Can I really? Look, I'm an atheist, but when God sends me to hell, I want him to hesitate, okay? I want him to hesitate for a few seconds. But Squid was also farming several hours a day, and he had even
Yeah,
found a
that's
way to
wild.
maximize his AFK coverage. He started sleeping with his headphones on and had his goons
I sleep with my headset on. I get up multiple times at night when my guild officers spam call me on Discord to let me know when my rabbit pet is not on my island. I tell them to do this. Whatever it takes, I guess. That's crazy, dude. That
wake
is
him up via
wild.
Discord call whenever his alt left his island. As someone with a Discord bot tracking his online activity, I can tell you right now that that man is telling the truth. He was waking up multiple times per night. I don't know why
That's
he didn't
crazy.
just use backups like me. He actually revealed to me later on that one of my original goons betrayed me and gave him one of our internal documents. And the list of backup pet users is literally right there at the top of the first
Oh, wow.
page. I have no idea how he missed it. But anyways, Squid logged off an hour and a half ago. He should be entering REM sleep just about now. It would be a real shame if someone woke him. I didn't actually wake him up because I wasn't sure if intentional sleep deprivation was legally considered torture or not, so I decided to shelve that strategy for the time being. And after sacrificing 2 weeks of my life, I finally reached 500 million potatoes. We win these! Squid
That's
was
crazy.
shocked.
He's at 4.99. No, he's not. Dude, that's actually, like, it's not possible. No. It's not. This can't be real.
Squid had been certain that he was right on my tail.
I don't know how far behind I am. 100% less than 30 million.
And yet when I won the war, I had a lead of over 88 million potatoes. How did I do it? It's just as Sun Tzu says, all war is deception. You see, I knew after the second potato war video that things were going to get more difficult from here on out. Because at this point, Squid had a full organization backing him. He had goons, a cabal of billionaires funding his every move, hundreds of stream viewers making constant suggestions on how to farm potatoes more quickly, and reporting on my every move. So
Dude, this one on his main, so he appears as even more of a deranged psychopath. Damn.
remove. So in that video, I prepared my final trick. I hid my true potato count. The number shown in my video wasn't edited, but it didn't include the millions of potatoes left uncollected in my minions. I also say that my minions now produce 1.58 million potatoes, but they're actually producing 1.75 million, because the rabbit pet doesn't actually boost your minions by 30%. It boosts them by 43%. Why? I don't know, it's probably bugged. And Squid couldn't realize the real number when he got a level 100 rabbit of his own because he was being sabotaged. But the biggest reason my lead expanded by that much was because over those 2 weeks, while Squid averaged 8 hours of farming per day, I averaged 11.
I just can't believe how much he's farming.
The admins were legit saying that Techno's just like so focused, it baffled them at how like just insane he was. He had no breaks.
I swear to God, this Technoblade
11
dude
hours
is focused on another level.
Towards the very end, Squid had one of his goons write a program to chart how much I was farming by tracking how much experience my elephant pet had. But by then, it was too late. Once I won the war, there was
Damn.
nothing left to do except celebrate my victory with grace and
That's
humility.
great. No, you.
my gosh!
Yeah.
He's doing a little emote on me. Oh my, not like this. Come on. Was this necessary?
Watch me
Damn.
dance, Squid Kid, you lose! You lose the war! After the war, the admins added a temporary NPC
Damn.
to the Skyblock hub, the Potato King. It gave out a new talisman which boosted potato minions by 5%, a basket for the top 1,000 potato farmers, and to me, the Potato Crown, engraved upon it the
Wow.
words, "All men can see the tactics whereby I conquer, but what none can see is the strategy out of which victory is evolved." Sun
Wow.
Tzu. The Art of War. That NPC
Fire.
is gone now. I took too long to edit this video. I gained a lot from
Aw.
the Potato War. Patience, discipline, carpal tunnel. I guess my main regret is that I bribed Squid's Discord admin to give my alt permission to see into his secret text channels, and then he never used them all year. With the war over, Squid took
Oh, he didn't even. Okay, so he bribed to do it, but nothing actually resulted from it. Okay.
down his potato minions, and my fields have gone unfarmed. While we were enemies, I still respect Squid Kid. I understand now that it is only with a worthy rival that one can reach their fullest potential.
By the way, as much credit as you want to give to Technoblade, okay, maybe that's too much of a fucking statement, okay? But if you're giving so much credit to Technoblade for this video and everything, you have to give some level of credit to Squid Kid, because something like this is not, you can't have a war with one side. If there is not somebody actually actively competing with him, trying to surpass him, there's no content made out of it. So give credit to Squid Kid, bro. Shout out to Squid Kid. He failed, obviously, because Technoblade just is, maybe, you know what? Them saying, oh, psychopath. Yeah, pretty much, basically. Yeah, pretty much a psychopath. That is crazy, the levels at which he went to make it happen.
While he may have lost the war, he's gone from 70 subscribers to having tens of thousands of fans, so it can't be said that he's lost completely. For my part, I've realized
True.
now that rank #1 isn't an achievement, it's a prison, which forces you to dedicate your life to defending a temporary title. But now, with the war finally over, I'm free.
Subscribe now, please. I spent all summer farming potatoes instead of uploading. I could have reached 3 million by now. Aww. Honestly, great. Now there's another video here. This is Squid Kid's final video. Damn, what the hell? What is happening on this video?
After farming potatoes from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to sleep, you start to realize something.
What do you realize?
Reality and fantasy can be hard to tell apart.
Time to wake up, Squid. Rabbit Pet's not on your island again.
Got it, thanks. To see how the potato war ended with me getting woken up every day from a Discord call, we're gonna have to go back a few months.
That's crazy.
No, I'm not giving up yet, but there's no way I'm gonna pass him until we get some sort of update to how farming works. I was kinda stuck, and there wasn't much for me to do other than prepare for the future and pray for an update. I designed and built an alchemy machine to level up my pet.
I'll never reach this level of
I ended up trading
everything.
about
It's
100
crazy.
million coins worth of potatoes at the time and getting a level 100 pet that way. I had to choose something to invest my time into that couldn't easily be replaced by a lot of coins, so naturally I turned to Slayer. 300 million coins, and over 100 hours later, I finally maxed out all of my Slayers. Newsflash, the big Slayer update never came, and I wasted a bunch of time. See, I went to Technoblade's island one day, and I saw he had a massive pumpkin farm, and I didn't know why, and it made me really nervous, so I decided to build one too. It took over 30
I knew that he only built one literally because Techno made one.
hours to make and over 100,000 dirt. It was obvious he was going for farming 50 to have triple crops, and I ended up beating him there, which was pretty nice. Out of nowhere, an update came, and they added some pets worth taking a look at. You know what else is worth taking a look at? My Badlion cloak. Link top of the description, use code SQUID for 10% off. It looks really cool, and go buy it. Double crops? Enchanted Dark Oakwood. Okay, we need this right now. They added an elephant pet, which gives you a 25% to get double drops while farming.
Okay.
And they added a pig pet, which you could ride, and it farms for you. I needed to find a clear winner between the two, so I set up some tests. Replanting is the longest part of farming, so it was immediately taken into consideration. With each pet breaking 16 crops exactly, the elephant pet produced 393 potatoes, while the pig pet produced only 52.
Oh yeah, the elephant easily wins.
With more than 7 times the yield, the elephant pet was obviously better. I had to level my elephant
I like
pet.
that he did he saw like value in both, and he was like, all right, well, which one's better? He actually did a test. I like that he did a test. I'm sure
up
that
to level
Technoblade also
100,
did a
which is
test.
something that I anticipated months ahead of time. By not collecting my minions, I was in a way storing XP inside of them for when I needed to withdraw it. So at a certain point in time, I decided it would be good to stop collecting my minions in case a new pet came out that I needed to level up quickly. Another thing that helped me is I actually invested 30 million coins into enchanted carrots in case I needed them for the future. The investment paid off because the carrots were used to craft pet candy that leveled up your pet for you very quickly. Topping it off with a bit of pumpkin farming, I was able to max out my elephant pet very, very quickly. Fellas, the first level 100 elephant pet on the server? Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Between getting my elephant pet to level 100 and getting to farming 50 first, it really made me feel like it had a chance at winning the war. I went on to create a semi-AFKable farming machine, which makes farming potatoes require a lot less attention.
Okay.
One day I went to check on my minions and I noticed their timing was slower than it should have been, so I immediately knew something was up. I started kicking everyone off my island until I found out what the problem was. I kicked everyone off my island until there was only one account that I couldn't locate. Bizarre ZZ. Checking his API confirmed he was there to slow down my minions. I didn't end up finding out where he was, but that didn't stop me from adding him to my ignore list and kicking him off my island. I tweeted out a lie about why I closed my island.
Yes.
To make Techno think that I didn't know what he was doing. I'm not gonna lie, this made me feel like I was a frickin' genius. I thought I was the smartest person alive. Of course,
dude, I like that. I like that he's being honest about it. He's like, yeah, I thought I fucking figured it out. Oh, I fucking put up a lie and everything. Techno also knew that it was a lie. But yeah, I mean, yo, he tried to deceive him. I mean, it's everything. You gotta do what you gotta do in war. So shout out to Squid Kid there.
On Techno's island to do the same thing he was doing to me. The mission was short-lived. June 6th comes around. They made farming way easier, so I decided to make a giant farm because I already knew we were going to be farming day and night until somebody wins the war. I got a bunch of different graphs made to help me figure out how much he was actually farming, and I'll tell you what, it was a ton. It was just a normal day of farming potatoes when the worst happened. Okay, hold on. He's live on YT. Let's see.
So we need to get to 500 million, and we are pretty close. We're pretty close, all right?
It seems he's just a better player or something. I don't want to believe it. As much as I didn't want to believe it, it was very much real. I lost the Great Potato War.
Damn.
You see, nobody plans to lose. I had this big thing written out about how I didn't read The Art of War and instead I farmed potatoes, and I have all these
He had a fucking victory speech ready and shit. They didn't win.
Shots of people telling me I'm gonna lose. I had screenshots of people who believed in me. But at the end of the day, I lost. For a whole week, I couldn't even go to the hub without getting reminded that I lost. Although I took probably the biggest L of my life, it's not a complete loss. I got to meet a lot of new people, make a lot of new friends. The admins gave me a silver medal out of pity. And I got to make a bunch of new memories along the way. Thank you to everyone who's been supporting me along the way. If you want to subscribe right now, I have a bunch of new and unique content planned and scheduled for the future. And if you want to check out my Twitch, I stream on there 5 days a week, so come and say hi.
Wow, dude, that's crazy. Okay, so he still uploads videos and stuff. 30 total videos, what the hell? And some of his videos actually perform really, really well. What the hell? Yeah, he could have put out a lot more content, I will say. Right? After the Great Potato War ended, I mean, how soon after did he work on the next video? 3 years ago, 2, 1, 7 months, 1 month ago, right? Yeah, I mean, hopefully he's still making content, doing stuff, at least streaming, you know? He was involved in a pretty big YouTube series. So, yeah. Cool. I mean, that's just crazy, you know? Just everything that happened there. They had this whole freaking potato war. It's pretty insane. And of course, he has like a subscribe to Technoblade thing here. Shout out Technoblade, man. Shout out Technoblade. This was a really cool series. I don't know if there's another really big series like that one that he's done. That maybe I should also check out or something. If there's other Technoblade content that you guys would love to see me react to. This was so cool. This was honestly a really cool series. This back and forth. And again, give credit. I was going to say credit and then I switched to props. Anyways, ironically, give crops. I was going to say give crops. Give credit to Squid Kid for trying to go against him. Right? And actually doing pretty well and then making it to a point where they had to have like an actual goal to reach. This was awesome. I loved this and I'd love to know what you all thought about this one down in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know some other stuff, not just Technoblade. I mean, sure, Technoblade, yes, but other Minecraft related things you want me to check out. Not ROT. I don't do ROTs, the fucking animated ROT videos. I don't really do that. But other stuff, you know? I would love to check out more Minecraft related content. Until next time, make sure you all keep it fresh. Peace.